having had the water that of the gross anatomy of jejunum and the ileum, which are the second and the third part of the small intestine, living apart the duodenum. So we have to shift ourselves to the that of histology of the jejunum and the ileum. So how to study the histology of the jejunum and the ileum? So in order to study the histological aspect of jejunum, so one has to take the water that of the any cut that is transverse. So if you consider that this is the jejunum, so you have to cut here with all the, you can say, steps of preparation of the slide for the study of histology of the jejunum. Then it will be going to get up here like there will be a one coat. This coat is said to be as a water serous coat. Then you will be going to have one more inside. So this will be the water subserous coat. Then you will be going to have the water muscular coat. Then you have got one more. This coat or this layer is the water sub-mucous layer or coat. Then you have got the water mucous coat. Now this mucous coat or mucous layer, they has got the what irregular folds. So you will be having totally 1, 2, 3, this is the 4, this is the 5. Same as 5 layers which are there in the water. Other part of the GI, gastrointestinal tract, where you have learnt in connection with the either the stomach or the esophagus with a little difference. So now you have to go to the water. First, serous coat. The serous coat of the water, that of the, you can say, jejunum, it will be like this. In the water, tears. Only one part you can get. Any this part you can take it. This part you may be going to see. Only this in the field of vision. So then you will be keeping it in the water, that of the, you can say, microscopic view. So this will be the water, where you can say serosal layers. Serosal layer consists of flattened endothelial and mesothelial cells with abundant areolar tissue. So this thing, it will be there. Next, you will be going to get the water that will be subserous. Along with this, before going to the subserous, this is what the serosal layer. It also contains the small, minute blood vessels, which are entering to the what from the arcades to the what jejunum. Then you will be going to get the what? Subserous. Now this subserous, it will be the one which will be subserous layer. Now this subserous layer, it is the one which will be containing abundant amount of the what? Areolar tissue with fine venules, arteries which are coming from the water that of the, you can say, serous in connection with the water that of the jejunum via the water that of the arcadial arcades to the jejunum. So they are many, and even veins are also many embedded in the water that of the areolar tissues with lymph vessels and the what? Lymph nodes. Then sympathetic and the parasympathetic nerve filaments, they are also there. Then after this you will be going to get to see the water from outside in the third layer. The third layer is called as the what? Muscular layer. You will be having like, these are the what? Muscular layer. You will be going to get divided itself into a two. That is what? This is the muscular layer. But this muscular layer for the purpose of explanation, it will be dividing into a what? Two. This is what? The outer longitudinal muscle layer. Then you will be having a one more, that will be there like this. This will be the what? Circular this thing. This is the circular muscle layer. These circular muscle and longitudinal muscle, they are the plane variety. They are present in the gut. Then you will be going to get the fourth layer. The fourth layer, you will be having what is said to be as subserous, or not subserous, it is the submucous. This is the what? Submucous layer. Now this submucous layer contains the water, very abundant, rich, you can say, arterioles which are coming from outside, that is from the water that of the serosal to the water that of the jejunal via the water that of the jejunal arteries and then thereby the arcadial arteries. Then you will be going to have a lymph vessels. Then you will be having a water lymph nodes also along with. Then you will be having a water these jejunal veins or arterial veins which are also more abundant. Then you will be having the filaments, sympathetic and the parasympathetic nerve filaments, that is the nerve. After having had this will be there in the water submucosal. Then you will be having further, now that thing is said to be as a water mucosal layer. The mucosal layer of the water that of the, you can say, jejunum, it will be going to have like very close villi. Now those villi are intestinal villi. Now these intestinal villi, these are the intestinal villi. Now these intestinal villi, their lies very less than the water duodenum and the water stomach, but it is height in connection with that. This is the height, this is the height. It is more longer than the water that of the ileum. Next, forthcoming part of the water that of the you can say small intestine, that is the third. Now these you can say intestinal villi, they are arranged very close by to the water that of the another intestinal villi which will be there neighboring. But this closeness is comparatively more than the duodenum and the stomach, but it is less rather in comparison with the water ileum. So this is the thing. Now you will be going to have the water, the lining of the water that of the intestinal villi. They are lined by the water that of the columnar type of epithelial cells. Columnar type of epithelial cells, where there will be a water, a metabolism of the water that of the small intestine will be going to takes place by these. These are called as the what intestinal cells. That to what jejunal cells. Then in this you can say mucosal, you have got the water, some cells which are there at the base of these mucosal. Those are called as what is said to be as undifferentiated cells. These undifferentiated cells are called as the Pennant cells. Then you will be going to have what that of the you can say other cells which are there at the what very close by in the vicinity. They are called as the goblet cells. Now these goblet cells are bottom is much more bigger, while the upper part of that cell is a little bit narrowed, just like a basket type. Then you will be going to have other varieties of the cells. Now those cells are the what now here they are called as the what. Here you will be having with the what different. So here I will be making with white. Now these are called as zymogenic cells. These zymogenic cells, they are the what slowly they will be going to have the water that of the character of that of the secretions of that of the you can say acids if it will be there in the intestine, but intestine will be not going to have anything of that kind, but they are spread throughout. Then you will be going to have the further, now those cells which are there as a water, these total cells which are there, either the water zymogenic or the water goblet or the undifferentiated which are said to be as the water Pennant cells. Then the water that of the you can say which are the other cells which are there at the water bottom, they are said to be as the basket cells. Now these are the mucus type of cells. These are all cells from number 1, zymogenic, goblet, mucous cells and the what mucoidal cells and the water that of the undifferentiated cells or the, these are called as the what intestinal glands. Now these intestinal glands are responsible for the water do the what physiological activities of the water that of the small intestine, especially the jejunum. So this is what you will be going to have. Now the question comes, now how you will be going to differentiate with this and this, with this and the other part of the water small intestine, that is called as the ileum. Now ileum, if you have taken histology, now histology of the ileum is also the same. Now you take it, this is what the part of the water that of the you can say ileum. Now you take a cut section and you keep it under the microscope. You will be going to get the same coats. So one is about serous, subserous, then you will be going to have a muscular, then you will be having what is said to be as the submucous, then you will be going to have the water that of the mucosa. All 5, 1 to 5, same as that of jejunum. So then if you take a small part of it and then you have observed under the microscope, the same it will be going to get. Now that I will be going to get it here. So this is called as what is a serous. Now serous consists of same type of cells, flattened endothelial and the mesothelial, along with the water that of the areolar tissues, and then flattened endothelial and the mesothelial cells along with the blood vessels. Then you will be going to get the water one more layer. Now this layer is the water that of the subserous. Subserous contains the areolar tissue abundant. Then you will be going to have a water vessels which are coming to the water that of the you can say ileum. From the water ileal arcadial arcades, arteries, they are there, arteries are there, very much numerous, venules are there, jejunum, which will be going to drain and opens into the ileal veins, before that arcadial veins, then the water that of the lymph cells and the water lymph nodes, then the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nerve filaments. After having had that, you will be going to get the water next third layer. That third layer is what is said to be as, now here it is with the water that of the orange there. This is what the muscular layer. Now this muscular layer you have got the muscular layer you will be having. Now this muscular layer you will be going to get the water. Two types of the water that of the muscles. One will be the water longitudinal. This is what the longitudinal. And you will be going to have the water that of the circular. So this is what is said to be as the circular. As that of the you can say here. As that of the jejunum you will be going to get. So this will be the water longitudinal, this will be the water circular, longitudinal, muscular layer of plain varieties. Then you will be going to get the water that of the another you will be going to get the water submucous layer. Now this submucous layer is nothing but it contains the water arterioles, which are reaching to the water that of the ileum via the ileal arteries and then forming the water that of the ileal arcadial arcades, reaching to the water piercing serous, subserous, muscular, longitudinal and the water that of the circular, and then coming to the water submucosal. Then the water venules which will be draining. These will be going to go into the water that of the arcadial veins and then into the ileal veins. Then you have got the lymph vessels, lymph nodes, sympathetic and the parasympathetic nerves, filaments, autonomic. Then you will be going to have the mucosal coat. Mucosal coat of this, it is having a what? Irregular, and then you have got the crepts. These are the crepts. Now what is the meaning of crepts? Crepts are the ingone, third part of the water mucosal lining of that of the ileum. Now these things are also lined by goblet, gynogenic, Then you will be going to have the what pennate type of cells, and then mucoidal type of cells which secretes the mucus. So the same varieties are there. These are called as the ileal, intestinal villi or ileal villi. Now if you compare this with this, there will be a much space between the two. You can say ileal villi, and the height of the water that of the ileal villi are less than the height of the water jejunum villi. Apart from that, there will be a water crepes are seen in the water that of the ileal mucosal. Here crepes are not that much. Then you will be going to have the water. Here jejunal glands are there. Here ileal glands are present. So these things are the most important. And zymogenic, if you have taken in the water jejunum, they are called as a what Leverkens glands, but here it is called as a what ileal glands. So this is what the major difference. What you will be going to have the histology of the water jejunum and what histology of the ileum. So you can have a differentiation when you see the water slides. This is what the jejunum slide. This will be the what ileal slide. Here also you will be having those cells. They are the columnar, but they are crepes are there. Crepes means in one part of the water mucosal lining, it looks like a tear like. So this is what how you have to difference. So along with this, almost all jejunum and ileum is over. But you should know, after having learnt jejunum and ileum, differentiating characteristic features of jejunum to the ileum. So what are the main difference? Main difference is about that of the, you can say location wise. Location wise you can say jejunum is more on the water that of the upper left infracolic. Then the water ileum will be there in the water right infracolic. And jejunum is present in the water that of the umbilical region more of. Then blood supply for the water that of the, you can say jejunum and ileum, they are the jejunal arteries and the ileal arteries. It is not these are the name wise, they are the difference. Then coming to the water that of the, you can say the thick wall of the water that of the jejunum is by the water that of the mucosal folds which are present in the ileum more, and they are packed very close arrangement, but here it has become thinner and thinner, so there will be a what difference, it becomes thin, ileal villi. Apart from that, differentiating characteristic features, the diameter of the water that of the, where you can say jejunum is 4 cm, diameter of ileum is 3.5 cm. Jejunum is dark redder in color, where it is ileum is pale because of more arcadial articates in the water that of the jejunum and less here. Apart from that, what you will be going to get histological difference. There are the mucosal linings are lined by the columnar in both, but the mucosal lining of the what ileum is crept or teared you will be having. Now in both you will be going to have an intestinal pits. Here also you have got the intestinal pits. This is the ileal pits. These are the jejunal pits. Ileal pits are more broader, jejunal pits are more longitudinal depth, but comparatively less depth than the duodenum and than the stomach. So these are the what few difference what you can get. Similarity characters. These both will be having a mesentery, both will be going to get supplied by the water that of the superior mesenteric artery branches, both will be going to have a developed from the midgut of the endoderm in the what fetal life. And all, even you can say jejunum and ileum have got the 5 coats. So these are the similar characters. So with this, jejunum and ileum is finished. So one must know jejunum and ileum gross anatomy. For that, jejunum and gross anatomy of that of the ileum, including histology. Thank you one and all.